What is up, guys? It's me, Miles Morales, and today I will be reviewing a little-known movie from 2006 called Grandma's Boy. So hopefully you guys will be able to like this review, and hopefully you guys like this movie, and hopefully people will know about it. Even though this is a small YouTube channel, it doesn't matter. The person that owns these channels has been saying that for the last 3 years anyway, so this is my review of Grandma's Boy. So the movie begins with our main character, Alex, playing a fight night. I don't remember which one, but anyway, he's playing it with his friend who he's beating in the game. And then his friend, he unplugs the controller, and then Alex spills the liquid from the green stuff, which you should probably know what I'm talking about. Then he beats Alex by cheating, and then their landlord comes in, and then they're basically kicked out. And then the landlord throws the green stuff, we'll just call it a green lamp, at them. Then that night, Alex needs a place to stay, so he goes to his friend Jeff, and then he sleeps in his room. That would have sounded weird, hold on. Anyway, so Alex then finds a doll in Jeff's room, and I don't know if people use the word gooning anymore, but then he takes the doll in the bathroom and just starts gooning. Then Jeff's mom comes in, and then he goons on her, yeah. Then Alex decides to just sleep at work, and then the next day, the guy JP, who's making a new game, comes in. And then the girl that woke up Alex at work, Samantha, is hanging out with JP because she's new there. And then they go into an area where Alex and his friends and other people at the job are playing a game. And then they make fun of JP, and then he does what you're seeing on screen. Then Alex falls asleep in a meeting where they're talking about that new game JP is making, and then Alex farts, and then they wake him up, and then they make fun of him and stuff, and then JP comes in and says he wants to get Samantha like a necklace or something. Then Alex goes home and then makes some food, and then he is doing more of the green stuff. And then he goes into the kitchen without oven mitts, and then grabs the food out of the oven without mitts, and then burns his hands. Then Alex shows up to work the next day, showing that he didn't complete any missions because his hands were all bandaged up. And then Samantha shows up, and then he says he saved this fire from this baby. And then Jonah Hill's character and this Asian dude named Kane said that he was lying. He was getting with his 3 roommates, and then he kicks Jonah Hill's character in the shin. After Alex is done talking to Samantha, he then goes into the hallway where he sees JP trying to camouflage into the little black wall with his black jacket, and then JP says he's thinking about his game, and then Alex tries to walk away, and then JP says he hates Alex's face, and then Alex says he's weird, and then JP's wondering how he saw him even though he's obviously there. Then some other losers that work at the place challenge Jeff to some Dance Revolution. Then the one guy does pretty good, and then Jeff does a lot of random stuff, and he wins, and he gets the best high score of the game. Then Kane comes into JP's little area where JP listens to techno, and then Jeff says that he should probably change the color of the enemies so they wouldn't get confused on another level. And then Jeff steals that idea and then says to Samantha that he came up with that idea by himself. And then Alex's grandmother comes in to work with her friends, and then they make fun of Alex. And yeah, I did kind of forget to mention that he lived with his grandma, because for some reason Wyatt, who secretly does still do stuff on this channel, Forgot to put that in the script, and I haven't really seen this movie in a while. Wyatt saw it like 2 months ago, so I don't know what his deal is. Maybe he just hates me. Anyway, we'll just get back to the review. So anyway, they go to a restaurant that their boss, Mr. Cheezel, chose for them, and then the guy gets mad at them because they kind of make fun of the vegans and stuff, and then they go to a burger place and then eat there, and then they go to Alex's grandmother's house, and then they see her, and then Alex finds out that she drank his green stuff with her tea. And then Alex decides to invite people to a party, and then Jeff talks to one of Alex's grandma's friends who was in the Partridge Family, and then Samantha sings that Salt and Pepper song, and then she had a little too much to drink and then falls over when the song's done. Then Alex goes to his friend Dante, who I apologize, I'm forgetting all these things, why it's calling me lazy in the editing thing. So anyway, he goes to Dante's house, and then Dante has got his yellow belt in karate, and then he has a monkey in his house, and then the monkey beats him up. And then also JP stole Alex's game that he was making, and then Alex then flips out when JP is showing them Alex's game. Then Alex quits, and then Samantha and them go to his grandma's house, and then they take the grandma to the job, and then Alex is hanging out with Dante, and then they are doing the green stuff, and then Jeff tells Alex to come back because he says that JP has kidnapped Alex's grandma, and then Alex is being driven to the place with Dante because the monkey's driving the car with them. And then once they get there, Alex's grandma beats JP in the game, and then 6 months later, Alex's game comes out, and then Dante got Alex an elephant. Hey guys, that was my review of Grandma's Boy. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I know I said that at the beginning of the video. Make sure see you in the next review, whenever that is. Peace.